I don't know what I'm gonna call this thing. Maybe just conversations with friends. I don't know. It sounds kind of lame.
Yeah, but like if you think about other shows like it, they usually have lame names too. So it's like fine.
I guess.
I mean, yeah, you'd like to have a nice pun or something, but sounds nice. I don't know. Names, don't get hung up on names.
Says the man who literally spent 8 hours deciding what the name of his RPG character would be the second he met him.
I'm no longer that man.
Yeah.
I've
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
transcended. I just hit the random button and go with it because it never matters.
I'm gonna put my thing on the on the Google Docs because I want to like have an ongoing kind of discussion idea.
Sure. And for those of you viewing at home, you'll find the list of questions right here.
Here they are. It's literally just
One,
like
just trying to make
like,
it really hard for the editor. Just keep switching sides.
Here.
Number
here,
2.
Here. And there.
But like the camera can't pan, so like the editing just kind of shifts the pan around.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That would be fantastic. They do that on Red Letter Media. They're like, and we tweeted him and he responded with, and then they like do it later and they just edited it in post.
Right, of course.
Or they'll be like, who is this actress? She's, I'll just edit it later. Because they can't search while on set.
Yes, they can sing it. Red Letter Media. God, what a bunch of fucking losers.
You hate them so much.
It's not that I hate them, it's that I hate that you love them. Because, like, to me, they are like the modern era, somehow worse MST3K.
But you love MST3K.
I know, but I think it's trash.
But MST3K is funny, but it's not cynical.
Right.
I mean, it is.
Well, they're jabby.
They're jabby,
but
at
it's
the
much more
films,
lighthearted.
But you can tell that it is a lighthearted jab throughout. Especially their skits and stuff they're almost childlike in their positivity.
And Red Letter Media is just like,
They're
let's
just like,
hate
the
world.
world is the worst and everything is horrible and everyone dies.
And I fucking hate that tonality.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is everything that you love.
Yeah, it speaks to me.
Why do you love cynicism so much?
I mean, I don't only like cynicism. I think it's funny. I think that the stuff they do is funny. And I see the world cynically quite often. So I think there's something to be said about seeing other people see the world the way you do. And there's like something there where you're like, oh, I connect with this. Even if it's not like, I love that I connect with this, you still connect with it. I also like media that's very positive. It's very refreshing. You couldn't just ingest media that is all negative all the time. That would be...
Or you could, and you'd call it Twitter.
Yeah, you could do that. It just sounds like it would be bad for your mental health.
I totally agree.
Depending on the person, exactly. But Twitter's bad.
I'm going to take this because I want this on my back. It's kind of... Yeah, it's a little better. Hey. How's it going?
I feel like there's an allegory here where you sit down, you're like, do you need anything? Pillows? Here, have some pillows. And then 20 minutes later, you have all of the pillows. And you're like, now I'm comfortable.
Finally. Can you get you a pillow? I'll take it right back.
Want some water? And there's 3 waters next to you.
Sam,
perfect.
I'm a man of abundance, okay? And I love to share with my abundance.
You share, but you also take what you want.
That's true. No, I was going to say, I remember you mentioning, talking about how like you tend to have like a bit of a cynicistic kind of like outlook on life. Like you'd be like, you would look at a spider.
Do you want to tell the story?
I want you to tell the story.
Okay, sure. I was going to mention it. Yeah, let's see. I was in the shower, and this is back at the Brodenheim, and there were spiders everywhere. So, and I was telling Buddy about just like looking at a spider and imagining that spider's life. And the only thing I could imagine was that it was horrible, right? Like this spider is sad and alone. It's stuck in a shower with
Paying rent.
no other spiders, no food, maybe about to be washed down the drain. And at this point, you just cut me off, right? And you're just like, please stop telling me about this spider's life. I can't handle it right now. And I'm like, is that unusual or weird? And you're like, yes, it definitely is. Please stop telling me about the saddest life of the sad spider. And that was good because it like helped me realize that I just see things when I don't have information. I fill in with sadness. I would just kind of like, if I don't have the full story, why isn't this? You see a person on the street, and you're like, their family's dead, and they're a war veteran, and
Shit, Sam.
and you just like you fill in all the details you don't know with sad stories. I don't know why I do that, but I absolutely do that. Mia does the same thing. Actually, we were talking
really?
about it. Yeah,
That's so funny.
she just fills it in with sadness, and it's like, So that's what therapy's for, though. So
Well, isn't that just a beautiful outlook?
I'm working on it. Yeah.
No, I was gonna mention something. Somebody pointed out, whenever people ask you to do like a fun fact about you, they're like, "Tell us a fun fact." I know your favorite.
And you are the only person that does that.
No, they do it in like shitty job interviews and things, or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, whenever I got asked fun facts, I thought they were interesting facts about me. It turns out they were always depressing. Like
Yours?
Yeah, mine. Okay. They'd be like, tell us a fun fact.
Probably delivered very cheerfully.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, this one time I was at camp and I broke my leg, and the whole camp, I didn't have any fun. It didn't make any friends.
Shut the fuck up.
But you'd say it like really happily.
Yeah, I'd say it really happy.
Okay.
Of course.
Do you have an example?
Yeah. So like, okay. So one that I always bring up is like how I should have died like 3 different times in my life.
Yeah, sure.
To me, okay, because to me, the way that I see that answer is like, okay, this is an interesting part of life. This isn't like something you regularly interact with, So to me, I guess I'm replacing the word like fun, like, ooh, light and frilly with like something that's like interesting or yeah, kind of like, yeah, a little more depth. Sounds like me.
You've told multiple jobs about like nearly dying and having needles stabbed into you over and over again as a child.
About the needle spiders coming in on me.
Exactly. That's why I want to work at this hospital.
Stab me up, baby. Yeah. So.
You did work at a hospital, by the way, which is really funny to think that you might tell that story in a hospital. Can't stand blood. I will faint.
But I want to help. Just
Just at the front
front
desk.
desk. Yeah, exactly. I was at the front desk.
I bet you were. Yeah.
Yeah, in the tech. Tech
You
room.
did front desk and then you did radiology, right? Or
I did a lot of
imaging or
stuff
something?
because at the time I was working for what is it, like a temp agency. So it'd send me to all the different like hospitals in the area, and one of them I was like office manager. One of them I was, I don't know, billing or something, and then another one I was radiology. Radiology was by far the most fun because all the techs, they don't give a shit. They're like the cool bros of the hospital.
it sounded like Scrubs or something. when you were
Yeah,
telling me
yeah.
about it.
It was just like I remember. I probably shouldn't say this. At some hospital somewhere, one of the ultrasound techs, he was an old dude. He like was in it before like ultrasound was like around, and so he was like one of the first to get in or whatever. And he would just casually be like, "You want to get an ultrasound?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it." And he was like, "Yeah, check it out." Like he would just do
Is
it.
there any radiation with this? Not that much.
I would just like casually do it. I think his name was Ron or something. Man, he was
We'll
great.
cut that out.
Yeah, his name was John or something. Anyways, he was a great guy. But yeah, everybody in the tech was like super cool. But I feel like I'm jumping from this story that I was. Oh, right.
That's the point. Yeah,
The story that like I would always tell of like you know, how I would, you know, almost die 3 times, whatever, like birth, pneumonia at 7, and then like car crash or whatever. It was always like, to me, that was like, oh, that's fun. And they'd be like, do you have any other fun facts? And then I'd be like, well, I had a lot of my best friends die when I was young. And they'd be like, ah, just like.
Not getting the point. Yeah, that sounds.
But
about
like
right.
to kind of come back to a thought I had previously that I didn't say at all was I was listening to this audiobook, and one of the lines in it said something like, when you only see what is worst in people, you destroy what is best about them. And I've been thinking about that for like the last couple weeks. And I kind of think of that, and I kind of extrapolate it as well into like my own self-view. It's like, if I only see myself in these negative views, like I'm never going to see the best parts of me. You know what I mean? And likewise, you know, also taking it into, you know, just meeting people who have different opinions than me, or like, you know, different political ideas than me. And just being like, well, I could just like infinitely hate the people that I oppose or that I don't share the same views of, and then just demonize them or, you know, turn them into whatever. But I was thinking about that, and there's like, you know, someone I know that I've had an ongoing practice of like, okay, this person I fundamentally disagree with, you know, on a lot of different levels. But it's been a really interesting process kind of getting to know this person. And even though I still don't agree with everything, I think being able to see their other virtues has allowed me to humanize them more in my own mind, and give, I think, not necessarily credit, but understanding to what they believe and why they believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's easy to like see someone that does something that you're morally, you know, against or whatever, and then just be like, oh, they're terrible. They're this awful person.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know?
You could just kind of write off anything else, or
Right.
it would kind of keep you from seeing any other aspect of them.
Exactly. Right. And so I've been trying to practice more like empathy and understanding in that way, just as like a self-practice, so that I don't always feel like I'm always in like a bubble state of like my own ideas or only people that agree with me or whatever, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
So anyways.